Mr. President, I'd like to round up with certain angles. You and your cabinet, Sariko, have been in position for a few years now, 2-3 years now, and you used to talk before at the beginning about bridging the gap. We understand that your emphasis in your first tenure was bridging this gap between the sets. Now, some people have lost track of where we came from in the year, let me say, 2016, and actually how much progress, because the irony is that people have become used to an active FEDGOKOSA. People have become used to, oh, the PRO, Mr. Joe Pong has said this, the Supreme President has said that. But just about 4 years ago, most people didn't even know that there was something called FEDGOKOSA. So can you please quickly tell us where we have come from, what are the intangibles that have been achieved, and where are we going as a society?
Let's me ask Grace.
Okay, okay, Grace.
And the reason why I'm asking that is I don't want to sound like
praising yourself. Well, we will not call it praise, assessment, but since we have some neutral people here, Grace and Grace is one of the best truth tellers. She says like it is.
Okay, so when did they find out about FEDGOKOSA, and what do they think has happened since they found out?
You found it at the end. Okay, please.
I will then be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, so I give you a personal
yes.
experience. Yeah. So the first time I found out about FEDGOKOSA, I think I randomly saw it on Facebook, and then I went for one Abuja chapter meeting. I can never forget the experience. And then, you know, a lot of people were talking, and I feel that like, these people are too elderly. Like, they were not in this century, because what they were saying was, hello, this is 2016.
What year though? What year?
That was like 2016.
Okay.
I'm like, hello, we are in 2016. What are people even saying? And then I actually wanted to give my honest opinion that day. And then they just told me, sorry, what's it again? You're too young, please. And then I was like, wow. So is it because I'm young, you think I really don't have sense?
They didn't say that.
No.
That's how you felt.
According to your definition.
Yes.
No. She's just saying how she felt.
That was how I felt.
Carry on.
It was more like, because you're young, you graduated when again, like you don't have anything to say, so please just comfortably sit down. And then I told myself, I won't even bother. I will just stay in my house and I'll rest. And then, you know, like Cyprian kept doing, I just used to see Cyprian, but then this old man said, what was this? Everything. You know, consistency. The key is consistency.
Consistency is key.
Because
I have to quote you on that.
Cyprian always kept doing videos. He was always talking. Like, if you open Facebook, you definitely see his face. Even when you don't want to click on the video, you just be like, let's even hear what he's saying. Do you get? So at a point, I was like, he will soon be tired. But then I'm like, oh, this guy is actually not getting tired. So I just said, okay, let me just have an open mind and give it a try.
So what did it lead to now?
And then, to an extent, a lot of my sets have actually accepted FEDGOKOSA. Like, a lot of my sets come out for set. At least we had Kamal. We had.
You've done Kamal set.
No,
you've done Kamal set.
I think Kamal has a wife in my set because.
Oh!
My set.
It's now
it's right.
This is the other side of FEDGOKOSA. You see why Kwali is working? Kamal has a wife in his set.
So, like, I just realized that over the year, like, sincerely speaking, to me, CY did a very good job in bridging the gap. Because now I can comfortably count how many ex-students I've known. I can also state how many ex-students have helped me one way or the other, as in career-wise, networking, connecting. Like, in the last AGM, I met the husband of Bridal Experience. To think that I was actually pushing to be their social media handler. And then the husband was just sitting beside me.
Look at that.
Do you understand? So this is what Kwali has done. Like, they help you to network and meet people who can actually put you in a better space, career and otherwise. So yes, to an extent.
Fati, what can you say, please? Same question.
Well, she has said it all.
Okay.
Even though my set have always been a very active set.
Oh yes. For mafia.
Yes. We're actually not mafia.
Okay.
Yes, but when the whole FEDGOKOSA thing started, we all thought, like, okay, let's see what they will do actually, you know. And yes, of course, they were all elderly, but I think we've been able to come to a very good relationship, rapport between us and them, and that's why we're here. Because without that, we wouldn't actually be here. So that's why we're
so,
here.
Mr. President,
Can I say
yes,
something?
okay, please.
Quickly.
For me, what I would say is, CY became the big brother that a lot of people needed at some point. Because, like you said, we've actually been very, very active, like all through.
Yes.
And we were there at the first supposed AGM. As it is transpired, and we stood our ground that day. And we said we'd rather boycott this thing than give in to what people were saying. And when CY came, I remember then, I was in England then, when people were saying the whole fight on Facebook and all that, when I met CY, I called, I said, look, this guy is not, what if I say no, down at OGs, this is, I think there's a future here. And the key thing is, so people had an open mind, people had a closed mind. They actually saw that CY is a big brother. The people that Kwali, FEDGOKOSA needed at that time to bridge that gap. Because that even in families, you can have an elder brother that's not a big brother.
Yes.
Yes.
But CY became a big brother, and through that being a big brother, he's been able to bridge that gap. They can see people are now leveraging off what he's done to now connect, and people are not even thinking about it anymore. That the idea, like when you mentioned bridge the gap, like also has to now connect back that there's actually a time that FEDGOKOSA needed a gap.
Yes.
So I mean, it's a good thing that we don't even think about it anymore. That it's become like so seamless.
I think we should be commended about something. Just referring to what Grace commented about, which is that you said you were very young and sit down. I appreciate both sides of the issue, and I think the fact that we're all sitting here so says that we don't reason that way.
Yes.
But let's remember that some of us have children who are among us. Yes. So there's no how her daughter or my son would be there, and then we are now mates because we're in the AGM. And you have to just remember as well that that's why it's careful. All of us had a lot of seniority in school. Remember how it was 1 year you're senior, you lie down under his bed for 5 hours. Yeah. So when people now come out, you have to understand the views of both people, because sometimes the young ones come, they have the energy, they don't have the experience. They come and say, oh, we should do this, we should do this, we should do the best. Cyprian said, the person is saying these things 18 years ago, 12 years ago, we had meetings where this was addressed, and they don't know. So much as we understand that people are matured individuals now, we also remember why there are some old-fashioned people, and we accommodate everybody, because the truth is, once you are respectful, there will be no problem about who is older, who is younger. It's when a person is disrespectful, that's when they remind you that they are not your mates. Yeah. So having said that, President,
I think to summarize, let me just classify it into 3 different parts, and it will make everything clear. So I campaign on bridging the gap. It hasn't changed. It still will not change. And it will not change because the first stage was a stage where the seniors were the seniors and the juniors were the juniors. So at the first AGM and the first election that we ever had in the association, that was the problem we had. I identified the problem right there, that we still had a lot of people that came in and said we're seniors. And so we all sat down from K89, 90, 91, every other person just take your position there. It was very obvious at that AGM. And everybody was, because it was the first time we were meeting. And we're all still coming back for Kwali way of thinking. I'm your senior, you're my junior. And we're getting to know each other for the first time. I never met 2004 set. I'm getting to know them for the first time. I saw this large group of people and I wondered who they were. Sure. And so we obviously had that problem. That's the past. Then the second stage was when I campaigned and I came in as president. I said I was going to stop all that. And I said, look, I need to bridge the gap. I need people to understand that you still will see your senior and give him the respect. That's just normal. It's just a natural thing to do. But then you now know that you're both in a position where you're trying to make things work. So I needed people to come to meetings or functions or to work together without saying, what set are you? If you're trying to identify the set, you're just trying to see of what relevance or importance they can play at this particular point in time. There's what I'll tax 89 set, I will not tax a younger set. But yet, I still didn't want people to work on the basis of set issues. So bridging the gap for me was in your chapters. Somebody from another set can even become the president from a younger set. I really don't care. So in your set, you're able to make people understand that, look, we can interact with older set, junior set. It should not make any difference. We're all Kwali. What is the future? The future is the biggest problem. But we will get there. Why I say it's the biggest problem is because we keep talking about who will Cyprian hand over to. Whoever I hand over to, who will that person hand over to? What is the future of this association? Whether we like it or not, there will come a time when somebody from a particular set will become the president of this association. And he will have seniors above him, he will have juniors below him. I'm trying to work, and I've told my NEC members that, look, why we need to continue to bridge the gap till we get there is that a lot of people might say they're relating to me or they're responding to me because I was their senior, because I'm K90 set. I want to hear less and less of that. I want people to say, oh, it's your character, it's your person, it's how you relate with us. so that whoever is coming in will also have the same character and mindset. That don't worry if you're 2004 set, don't worry if you're even 2000 set. When we bridge the gap in the future, it means that even if we get a president from 2004 set, but he knows how to relate with people of the older set, he can still go to an AGM and still stand and still talk to people of the older set, and they will still listen to him. A lot of people ask me why. And Joseph, let me round up by saying this. People don't learn, and we need to learn. I go to social meetings to meet with other presidents of older associations. I attend other association, alumni association of Unity School. I attend the AGM to find out how somebody from a younger set can stand as the president of the AGM and talk to fathers and grandfathers, and they all sit down and listen to him. I go to SOSA meetings to watch how the former president, Professor Chidi Odinkalu, or the current president, Lawrence, is able to stand and talk to people that are his fathers or grandfathers at an USOSA function, and everybody is listening to him. What has happened? It means over time, the alumni, they bridge the gap completely in that alumni. Over time, USOSA bridge the gap in that alumni, which means that is the future of FGC Kwali.
Well, to round up on this, we're out of time, is that the underlying emphasis you've made is that we have to build the system.
Yes.
We all know practically now that if it's work in progress. Everything we do counts.
Yes.
If suddenly today we were to have a younger person in charge, he may not have the influence.
Yes.
Many people will just ignore him. We know that's inside, and he may split the association. But if we keep on doing what we're doing now, tangibly marked with systems, with projects, with participation, it will outgrow this notion and will have the proper balance.